everybody. Thank you for watching Seal of Research. My name is Dave McLaren, and today we are going over Project SB Second Chance. This is the base that, if you watched our earlier video, we have a link in the description, introduction to this project. It is a early style GNL SB2 base. We told you a little bit about what those were, I think, in the last one. We have a couple of them here to show you today. So I think we'll show you a couple of these old ones too before we get into how we finish this up. Basically, we had to make a neck for this one. We had a bunch of stuff that was already on this body, but the body had been stuffed away in an attic. So here I'm going to go upstairs in one of the lofts. There's many of them throughout the building and the next building over, and these are kind of repositories where there's old stuff, and it's where I go to find a lot of old things. Back here is one of the piles of the bodies where I find a lot of the stuff from the 80s and 90s, sometimes late 70s, even a few bits and bobs from the 60s. But all this stuff is where I like to go to find parts to begin a project instrument, or maybe it's what I need to finish one. This is kind of the land that time forgot. I found the body and I pulled it down. You could see it had everything on it, but it was dusty as heck, and it looked like crap. And of course, the wonderful thing is we know this thing failed in the final assembly department because it was engraved brutally with something sharp, Chris's build. So last time we said, hey Chris, we're gonna finish your base 30-something years later, and we did. First thing, I thought we'll get a little bit of history here. The earliest GNL base models were the L1000 and of course the L2000, which was our most successful base since its introduction. But back in '82, they were designing a couple of base that were kind of sister models that were simplified ones. There was the SB1, and this one had a single coil MFD pickup and just a volume and a treble. Not even an arm contour, just a thin slab body. So it was just a really bare bones base for us, yet it still has all the beefy hardware. There was nothing wimpy about it. It was just taking a little bit of complexity out of the base and having a good, simple base that sounds great, somewhat lower price, you can imagine. So this is the SB1, and then the sister model was the SB2. So you can see it has two of these single coil MFD pickups, and you can see by the positioning this was kind of be like a simple MFD jazz bass, if you will. But we have a three-way pickup selector, volume, and a treble cut. So we're not blending the pickups in this. It's either neck, both, or bridge. They both speak very cleanly, and again, it's a simple, robust bass. And I think a lot of people are starting to discover these on the used market. So you might want to get one fast. So we have the original SB1 with this one pickup, and we have the SB2, its sister model, with the two pickups. But just 2 years later, the SB1 re-emerged as a different kind of model. Most importantly, it has a split coil magnetic field design pickup. So this was more like a P bass, if you will, but the pickup was really beefy. It was moved down just a little bit, so it's its own thing. But it's kind of like Leo was going, hey, well, if you like P basses, you might want to try this. So again, the SB1 was just simple bass, passive, volume, treble cut, still got the beefy GNL hardware. It's everything, but again, it's just that thing where it's like, if you liked a P bass, you might like this. So this is really cool. And of course, soon after, the SB2 name came back, and again, it has this split coil pickup, same thing off the SB1, but it has a single coil MFD bridge pickup from the old SB2. This one, by the way, is one of our GNL Tribute Series ones, so this thing's got a lot going on in it for what you pay. Pickups made here, sent overseas. Okay, so let's pick up with a couple of the pictures as we put this bass together, making the neck and so forth. First thing I did is I brought the body with its pickups and so forth. It was in upstairs with all the dust on it, as you saw in the other picture. And then I brought it down here, just dusted it off, and it's in the lab, and I thought, okay, it's already loaded with electronics, but are these things any good? I mean, it's so much dust on there. These pots could be, I don't know. So I opened it up, and then I just did a little pot cleaning and so forth, and it worked out great. It's like, here's a little, we'll just roll a little clip here. Okay, I'm in the lab with Project SB Second Chance, and I have given a little bit of a cleanup in there, and hopefully the pots are going to be clean. I don't think they will, but what the heck, let's give it a shot. Okay, we're going to click this, send signal to the amplifier from the from Leo's bench here. Full up. Okay. All right, we have volume. Yes, we have clean pots. Great, so as you can see, hey, this, I really lucked out. All this works. We just have to make a neck. I've given you a couple of videos already where I took you all through the neck's production, so I'm gonna just kind of skip some of that and kind of get to the point. The fastest way for me to make a neck for this was really just to adapt an existing headstock. So what we did is we just took, say, like an L2000, and I used this old template. We have a, let's bring a picture of it. We used this old template. This was George Fullerton, Friday, October 22nd, 1982. Signed by George. So this was George making a headstock template for the original SB bases. So, hey, this is George's right here, so we'll roll with that. And we just overlaid this onto an existing headstock and just modified it, because really it was just taking out some material to give this more sleek, almost kind of banana shaped, if you will, headstock. Oh, actually, yeah, you can see it. We got a couple of pictures with the back side of this thing overlaid. See how it looks purplish and it's laying on wood? Okay, so the rest of it, we just ran the neck, kind of normally there. We see SB2 graphics, no problem, we have that. So the rest of this was pretty easy to do, and we just put this together, and here it was, what, 33 years or something later? Chris, we finished your bass. It was pretty good. You heard a bit of it already. Steve's going to play you on the way out. So thank you very much for watching Project SB Second Chance. It's kind of a cool thing. I like the history of this thing being a big flop here in the factory floor, and then we finished it decades later. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thanks again. Thank you.